Hey, sorry guys, the camera battery died at the end of the other video, and I'm actually going to shoot the rest of this with my phone. Of course, the battery being dead, it's on the charger now, and this one zooms in and gets a little closer, so we'll do an up close on the G10 and kind of show you a little bit of texturing on it. Of course, this piece of shit don't want to freaking focus now, yeah. Let's go, come on. I don't know if that's coming out for you there. You can see a little bit of the texturing on the sides. I just did a dry run with this thing, and of course it was focusing all over the damn place. And now all of a sudden it doesn't want to do anything. But that's alright. You can see here's a close-up of the skull beads there. God bless, this thing's a piece. Alright, there's the skull beads there on this particular Swiss Army knife. I'm going to lay it down and see if I can't. Get you guys a little bit closer. You're going to hear me a bunch of rambling, probably some bad words, but that's alright. Just trying to get this thing as good as we can. I don't want to waste your guys' time and don't want to waste mine. You can see a little bit better on that texturing there with the light. It came out pretty good. I don't know if you can see the 1, 2, and 3. If you look at it up close, you can actually see the different layers in it. And if you would have had like a layered G10, like a black and a blue or something like that, and the different layers, you would see it break through at those points. You can't really see it here now. It's kind of a little experiment. I didn't sand it completely flush again. On the back side, drilling for the placement for the pins, I went a little deep on part of it, and I was afraid I might punch through and then have to scrap the scale. So that is another thing to look out for when you're drilling holes for the little brass pins in there to make clearance for them. Just be careful you don't punch all the way through when you're trying to scoop out a belly, so to speak, for that little pin to sit down into. Turned out pretty good. I like the way it looks. I'll probably go back over and sand this one completely flush again, because now it's going to tick me off a little bit. Here's that yellow. That yellow's got a pale yellow to it. Just remember, with these light colored G10s, they're going to stain, and they're going to get little dirt marks on them and stuff like that the more you use them, especially if you're in the mechanic type role. If you're in an office and your hands stay primarily clean, hey, good on you. But if you're outside, you know, earning your pay, you might run into a little bit of stainage on here, but you can lightly sand it to get it off, and I'm sure there's some cleaners out there that'll take some of that grease off. I haven't actually experimented with it yet, and you'll see what I'm talking about on this tan. On some of the corners, the tan's kind of rubbed with stuff in my pocket and got little dirt spots here and there. But here's, you can see the dark spots where I went a little too deep with the pins, and this tan kind of became translucent on me. But overall, it turned out really good. It's another one of those beads. After you carry this particular bead, it will wear away, and you'll see the kind of gold underfinish. I'm not huge into all the metals and all that stuff, but I would imagine these are just little pot metal beads, whatever you call that kind of just cheap stuff. Here's this one here. A little bit different. A little bit larger. And it's another one of those nice and new. Put some of the cord ends on there. These actually came from, I don't know what they came off of, probably a jacket or something like that you're throwing away. You're like, oh, you know, I'll keep that, whatever. And add it to the little end of your lanyard. Adds a little bit of detail to it. I don't know. I thought it was neat. see if you can't see this one. There we go. And overall, they're really smooth. You don't have to worry about any kind of splintering or anything. It's almost like you're working with a like a wood type material. I mean, it's like working with G10, no shit. But it's a really easy material to manipulate and to do what you want to with it. I mean, you can sit out there and play and sand with it and really get what you want fairly quick. So it's fairly nice overall. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to try to get into the stuff where I drill holes and stuff like that with the G10 next, and see what I can't get as far as that kind of stuff goes. You know, as far as just expanding my knowledge on it, I'm going to have to research a little bit, see what I can't do. But real quick, now you can see that the little epoxy down on the bottom of the light. I'll make a separate video on this stuff, a little how-to on it. But really cool. Leave your light on for a minute, and now it glows. So that's pretty neat. Really nice stand. You can find it in the dark right after you use it, obviously. It'll glow right around the LED, and pretty neat. This is actually the green. I know it